you think I'm too old for this fight, you need to come tell me in my face.
Whoa.
You won't. You won't.
Whoa.
Mike Tyson reveals the raw, unrelenting drive that fuels his legendary aggression, ready to unleash chaos and silence the doubters before the Jake Paul showdown. Meanwhile, Mike Tyson discusses the importance of the upcoming fight with Jake Paul, emphasizing that the world needs this kind of event.
Nah, it's just, this is beautiful, man. This is just, this is what the world needs. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what the world really needs right now.
You fighting Jake Paul is what the world needs.
Yeah, well, listen, the pay-per-views prove it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So that's the truth. But I know it looks crazy. You look at a YouTube guy, you look at me, but look what we brought here. Look what we did. That's not funny at all.
No, it's very serious.
Yeah, now that's not funny.
Tyson acknowledges how surreal this matchup might seem, yet he emphasizes that the spectacle they've created is no laughing matter. Tyson added, "Yeah, all right, so that's the truth I know. Listen, I know it looks crazy. You look at a YouTube guy, you look at me, but look what we brought here. Look what we did. That's not funny at all. No, it's very serious. Yeah, now that's not funny at all. You can't laugh at that." Furthermore, Mike Tyson discusses the challenge of his aggressive persona that has shadowed his career.
Instead of fighting, you start reciting poetry. You know what I'm saying? Or like I said before, find a small animal to pet in the center of the ring. Like, are you sure you can access that killer still?
Hey, listen, and it's unfortunately I have to fight and be that guy. I wish I could stop that guy. That guy haunts me. That's I wish I could stop that guy. I wish I could stop that guy. I wish that guy died, but he's here to stay.
Tyson acknowledges that while he strives to be gentle and loving, especially as a father, his past as a formidable fighter still haunts him. Tyson reflects on how he manages to keep his aggression in check by focusing on his family and finding solace in their love. Still, he confesses that his aggressive alter ego is never fully gone. Furthermore, Tyson acknowledges Jake Paul's trash talking and its role in hyping the fight. He mentions that those who talk the most often get the most attention and money.
Listen, this is what I found out from how old am I now? 58? You know what I found out? The shit talkers get all the money. The shit talkers get all the attention.
Yeah.
The shit talkers get everything. We get a bad rap, but we get everything else.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson recognizes that Jake Paul, though initially a YouTuber, has made a significant mark in boxing. Tyson added, "What everybody says is, this guy's a YouTuber, this guy's a fighter. You know what I mean? I've been many things too, but I'm a fighter, I'm an actor, I'm a salesman, I'm an entrepreneur. We're fighters, that's who we are more than all this other stuff that we got going on. We're fighters." Tyson opens up about his nerves as he prepares for the fight. He admits that feeling nervous is a natural part of the process, even for a seasoned fighter like himself. Tyson emphasizes that these jitters are normal and something he's experienced throughout his career. He reassures listeners that despite these nerves, he's confident in his preparation and training, which have consistently led to his success. In addition, Jack Paul's brother Logan Paul expressed concern for Mike Tyson, alarming him regarding his brother's capabilities.
I know the path he's on right now, and it's ruthless, Mike.
I agree. It's pretty cool.
It's cool. It's so cool to watch, and he's really crushing it. And I just feel like I want you to be okay in there, Mike. And I want you got to take him serious, Mike, because
I take him extremely serious. I take him extremely serious. These people don't take him serious.
No, they don't, and it's such a mistake because he's a real killer, Mike. Like, he wanted to be a Navy SEAL before he started boxing. Like in high school, he wants to be a Navy SEAL. He wanted to go kill people on behalf of his country.
UFC commentator Joe Rogan warns that Tyson might struggle against the peak-performing Jake Paul, who has recently defeated other top fighters.
You're still 58. But 58-year-old Mike Tyson is not 50-year-old Mike Jones that lives down the street. It's a different kind of human being. He still can knock your fucking head into another dimension if he can catch you. The thing is, can he catch a 28-year-old guy who's at the top of his career, who's winning legitimate boxing matches? I mean, he's beating former UFC world champions like Tyron Woodley. He had that very good fight with Tommy Fury, who's a legitimate boxer. Which was a very good fight. He just beat up Mike Perry, who's a bare knuckle champion. I mean, he's a real fighter.
Furthermore, Mike Tyson reveals his mindset about facing opponents, including Jake Paul. He explains that his life experiences have taught him to always be cautious, no matter who he's up against. Tyson believes that anyone, regardless of their status or appearance, has the potential to pose a serious threat. This perspective keeps him alert and focused, ensuring he doesn't underestimate anyone, even if they're not as experienced. Tyson shares, "I'm fearful of my 13-year-old son. This is what I learned through my 58 years of experience. Anyone's capable of killing you in my life, and the way I lived my life and what I've seen, anyone's capable of killing you, so you should be apprehensive for anyone. Additionally, Tyson discusses the high stakes of his upcoming fight with Jake Paul. He acknowledges that while it's a serious and intense competition, it's also part of the sport's nature. Tyson reflects on the duality of the situation. If Jake Paul wins, it could be seen as problematic due to the nature of the fight and its implications. Conversely, if Paul loses, it could still be a significant issue for him. Tyson states, "Two men are going to fight, somebody's going to win, they might fight again, and then they go to their separate banks and life goes on." Mike Tyson dismisses concerns about his age and challenges anyone who thinks he's too old for a fight to tell him to his face.
If you think I'm too old for this fight, you need to come tell me in my face.
Whoa.
You won't. You won't.
Whoa.
Reflecting on the format of the fight, Mike Tyson talks about a major change in the fight's arrangement. Instead of the traditional 3-minute rounds, the fight will feature 2-minute rounds. Tyson believes this adjustment will make the fight more intense and action-packed. The shorter rounds are expected to keep the pace quick, which not only makes the fight more exciting to watch, but also benefits social media platforms. This format is designed to capture viewers' attention better, as it allows for more frequent bursts of activity, keeping fans engaged throughout the bout. In addition, Tyson talks about how hate can drive more interest and revenue than love, sharing his experience of being a villain and how handling adversity can turn public perception.
I know it's not cool, but hate makes more money than love. You know, that's why I wanted to be the villain. I was the villain because everything kept coming. Everyone wanted to see me get my ass kicked. Everyone wanted to see bad stuff happen and stuff. Then eventually, you take everything they got to offer you, you're still standing, they love you.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson and Jack Paul discuss how this fight might become one of the biggest events ever. Paul talks about how special this fight is because it's going to be streamed live on a major platform like Netflix, which means it can reach a vast audience without the usual pay-per-view restrictions. This could lead to an enormous viewership, possibly breaking records by attracting between 20 to 30 million people. Tyson is excited and sees this as a chance to make a huge impact in the world of sports entertainment. Tyson added, "This is what this is all about. All these other fighters and all these other guys, this is all about jealousy. They wish they could do it. They can't." Moving further, Mike Tyson describes hitting rock bottom and how he had to rebuild his life after facing extreme personal and financial hardships.
Not only that, I lost my money, I had to become a drug addict. I had to become just like a bum pretty much, you know, but I had to hit rock bottom. There was no way I was gonna succeed if the only way if I hit rock bottom. So I started out, I had to go back to rehab. I lived in rehab.
Mike Tyson talks about a very difficult time in his life when he was facing serious money problems. Tyson added, "This is the funniest shit, right? I own like $40 million, $60 million to the government, and I'm waiting for him to take my house and my cars. I don't get I got Rolls Royces outside. I don't get no money to pay for gas. I have to lease my car to people." Tyson recalls how he was waiting for officials to show up and seize his property. He even had Rolls Royces parked outside, but he couldn't afford to fill them up with gas. To make ends meet, he had to rent out his cars. Tyson finds it a bit ironic and humorous that although he was in such a bad financial state, no one ever came to take his belongings. He thinks this might have been because people were afraid to deal with him. Moreover, Tyson revealed that he is suffering from an ulcer, and his recovery is going well.
I'm doing great. You know, I had a problem. What was that stuff called again? Baby, what's that?
No.
Huh?
Ulcer.
Also, I had ulcer, yeah.
Adding to the debate, UFC commentator Joe Rogan discusses his concerns about Mike Tyson's physical condition, particularly focusing on his knees. He observes that when Tyson runs, it looks like his knees are not in good shape, suggesting potential mobility issues. Although Joe admits he hasn't seen much of Tyson's recent activities, the limited footage he has seen doesn't give him a positive impression of Tyson's overall condition. While Tyson has been seen doing sprints and hitting pads, which might make him look good to some people, Joe is skeptical. He implies that despite these activities, Tyson's age and knee issues could be significant factors affecting his ability to perform at a high level. Similarly, Jake Paul mocks Mike Tyson for postponing the initially scheduled fight, sarcastically calling it a menopause break and questioning whether Tyson was truly sick or just nervous.
You had to go on your little menopause break and postpone the fight, so yeah. What about that, dog? I was ready before. You needed a little break. Your tummy hurt? Your tummy hurts still?
I feel a lot better now.
Former world champion Sergio Mora said that Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson is just not fair because of the age gap between the two. Mora stated, "Man, I've always been a critic of Jake Paul and, having him fight real fighters and boxers. But fighting a fighter that hasn't fought in over 20 years of Mike Tyson, he got beat, 20 years ago, and he got knocked out in the last 2 fights. So at 57, 58 years old, come on. You're fighting a senior citizen, and it's not fair." Mora highlighted the recent training videos that Tyson has been uploading and believes that these 10-second training clips are not practical when it comes to a real boxing match. He stated, "He can look like a beast, Mike Tyson, for like the 10-second clips that he posts on social media. Anyone could do it. I could look like a killer right now on the pads for 10 seconds, but as soon as he turns that camera off, I'm gonna be huffing and puffing and sore." Former professional boxer Oscar De La Hoya expressed hope that Tyson stays safe in the ring, given that he's 57 years old and facing a strong opponent like Jake Paul.
Is that good or bad for boxing if Jake finds a way to knock him out, yet alone beat him? Like,
I think it'll be. I think it'll be sad for Tyson. You know, I'm not sure how or which way it affects boxing, because I think a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching. And you know, it's like they say, right? I mean, hey, it's like, you know, good media or bad media, it's still media, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I just feel that. I mean, I grew up with Tyson, so it's to me, it's like, man, you know, hopefully.
Oscar De La Hoya gets into the nitty-gritty of his concerns about the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. He's not just worried about Jake Paul's ability to land a hard punch, he's thinking about the legacy of Mike Tyson. Oscar acknowledges Tyson's toughness, saying that even at 57, Tyson could probably still go 6, 7, or even 8 rounds because he's been in the ring with some of the most fearsome fighters. De La Hoya is not sure what this kind of outcome would mean for the sport. It's not just about boxing as a whole, but about the personal cost to Tyson's image and how people will remember him. Oscar is genuinely concerned and hopes that Tyson stays safe, underlining his deep respect and care for the former champ. Furthermore, Mike Tyson's former coach Teddy Atlas explains why he is a fan of Jake Paul, highlighting Jake's dream, vision, and determination to transition from YouTube to boxing.
Make his name in the sport?
I'm actually a fan of Jake Paul's, and I'll tell you why. The American dream. He had a vision, he had a belief. He went out there, he took all his YouTube, whatever you call those freaking things, all his YouTube followers. He went to a different platform, to a different arena. As I said, he had a vision for what he was going to do. And you know what? He had the guts, he had the determination to go out there and color in that vision.
Teddy Atlas explains why he respects Jake Paul, despite the criticism Jake has faced. He starts by acknowledging that many people dismiss Jake because they think he's only fighting older or less skilled opponents. However, Teddy points out that Jake has taken risks by stepping into the ring with experienced fighters, even if they come from MMA rather than boxing. Atlas emphasizes that Jake didn't just rely on his fame, he worked hard to learn the sport properly. Even though Jake is still improving, Teddy believes he deserves credit for how far he's come. Atlas also mentions Jake's fight with Tommy Fury, where Jake lost but fought competitively. Teddy respects Jake for continuously learning and improving in the ring. He sees Jake as a tough kid who is serious about boxing and who has earned his success through dedication and respect for the sport. Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn calls it sad that 58-year-old Tyson might fight Jake Paul, risking a loss, all for money.
I'm a hardcore boxing fan, and Mike Tyson is one of my favourite fighters of all time. But it's a big event, you know. But I find it quite sad that someone that's achieved as much as Mike Tyson is fighting at obviously 58, something like that, and you know, could lose to Jake Paul, like, you know. But money's money.
Eddie Hearn talks about the possibility of Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. He starts by saying that as a hardcore boxing fan, he wouldn't have wanted to see this matchup, even though Tyson is one of his favorite fighters. He thinks it's a big event, but doesn't like the idea of Tyson fighting at nearly 60 years old. Hearn admits that he wouldn't have wanted to see such a fight if it had been suggested to him years ago, mainly because of the massive difference in their ages and career stages. Hearn acknowledges that the event is significant in terms of media attention and spectacle, recognizing the entertainment value it holds for fans and the general public. However, he feels uncomfortable with the idea of Tyson, who is nearly 60 years old, stepping into the ring again, especially against a much younger opponent like Jake Paul. So what are your thoughts about this situation? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.